What's good, family? It's your girl Marie. I'm back with another video. I'm here to help you win in wellness and propel in purpose. So I want to hear from you guys. Wellness check. Where you guys at? Green is like, baby, I'm good. I'm thriving. We in the promised land. You hear me? Yellow is like, not the best, but we out here. Maybe not. Depends on the day. And then red is like, baby, I need a little bit of prayer. Help your sis out, help your brother out, okay? So drop that down in the comments so I can pray for you guys, hype you guys up, encourage you, whatever it is you need. So today's topic, we are talking about silence. And so, okay, I don't really know what I'm gonna title it yet, but basically, God listens, hidden in plain sight. God listens, hidden in plain sight. And so this came from because honestly, truly, y'all, I've been feeling like God, I've been in certain areas, I've been going through seasons of silence. It feels like God has been silent, and I know that I've released it. I know that I've done what he's told me to do last. I know that I've been obedient. And I'm just like, bro, like, I feel like I'm not getting nothing back. I feel like God left me on red. Like, y'all ever, for real, I'm like, am I doing something wrong? And sometimes I don't always need a sign, but in this particular case, I was like, Lord, like, I need a sign to know that I'm on the right path, that I didn't mishear you or something, because I'm like, Lord, like, the way that this is looking, it's like you would have just thought I was just sinning like all types of crazy. Like, you would have thought I was just being disobedient from left to right, okay? And I'm like, I know that I'm doing what he's told me to do, but this situation is just looking so crazy right now, right? So today I saw on a license tag, no, I just saw like a sticker on a car, and it says, God listens, God listens. And I don't know why that statement really stood out to me. So as I was kind of spending a little bit of time with God, I was looking through scripture, and I was led to Genesis 30:22, and then Genesis 30:17. So Genesis 30:22 says, then God remembered Rachel, and God listened to her and opened her womb. And then 30:17 says, and God listened to Leah, and she conceived and bore Jacob a fifth son, right? So this idea of God listens, because a lot of times we equate God's silence with his absence, right? We equate his silence with his absence, and it's just not true. What even seems to be God's silence is God really moving. God is working. God is busy. He's answering your prayers. And not only does God listen, he responds, okay? So I want to take you guys to Judges 13. This is basically talking about the birth of Samson. So an angel of the Lord appeared to Manoah's wife, which is Samson's mama, and she was basically going back to tell her husband, like, baby, look, like, I saw this angel. He told me we gonna have a baby, this, that, and the third. And so the man, like, he's praying out to God. He's like, let me go to it. He said, let me see the man again, Lord. Like, would you bring the angel back? Like, I'm trying to see something, right? Let it come to pass. And so it says here, verse 9, Judges 13:9, and God listened to the voice of Manoah, and the angel of God came to the woman again as she was sitting in the field, but Manoah, her husband, was not with her. So this is actually a good point. So even though Manoah was the one that prayed to see the sign, God didn't show the sign to him. God showed the sign to his wife. So could it be that you're overlooking the sign because it's not given to you in the way that you asked? It wasn't given in the way you expected. God answered, but it wasn't in the way that you expected, right? So what areas, in this kind of like a self-reflection, what areas are we overlooking the answers? We're like, God, I haven't heard nothing back, but we might be boxing him in to speak a certain way, to respond a certain way, to do it as a way he's done it before. And he's like, look, I'm doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it, right? So what areas could you be overlooking God, okay? Because I promise you, if he listened, he don't listen to not respond. If he listened, he listens to respond, okay? Anyways, so I'm skipping down. So the angel basically came back to them, and he confirmed everything that he said to the wife. And so they over there shook. They like, child, we didn't see the angel, okay? And so there, Manoah's like, can we cook you up something to eat? Like, this is amazing. Like, like, let's chop it up. Let's talk. Like, this is how I be interpreting the Bible, okay? Because I be trying to make it make sense sometimes. So anyway, so he said, can we cook you up something to eat? Like, stay here for a little bit. And the angel of the Lord said to Manoah, though you detain me, basically like, yeah, I'll stay, but I won't eat your food. But if you offer a burnt offering, you must offer it to the Lord. For Manoah did not know that he was the angel of the Lord. And so basically his answer was hidden in plain sight. Baby, we gonna drop the mic, okay? What is hiding in plain sight? God has already answered you. What are you overlooking? What is it that is hiding in plain sight? Because if an angel is hiding in plain sight, what in your life is hiding in plain sight? Okay. And then so it says they offered up a sacrifice, a young goat, and it says it happened as the flame went up toward heaven from the altar. The angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar. Child, I'm trying to see that. I'd be like, God, I'm just trying to see something. I want to see a little bit of that. Like that Old Testament would be hitting different, okay? When Manoah and his wife saw this, they fell on their faces onto the ground. I know that's right. And when the angel of the Lord appeared no more to Manoah and his wife, then Manoah knew that he was the angel of the Lord. So God had already moved and he left at that point. Could it be that God has already left and that's when you perceive it? But it's like the angel was there the whole time. They just didn't perceive it was an angel. That doesn't mean that the answer wasn't there. That just means they weren't able to perceive it, okay? So this just a practical example is like a GPS, right? When you going on a straight road for so many miles, the GPS not going to always talk to you. It's going to talk to you the next time you need to make a turn, okay? And God can move in similar ways sometimes. Like you might think that he's absent. The GPS is still working. That don't mean it's not on, it's not working just because it's silent. God is the same way. He's our guide. He's still there. He's still working on our behalf, right? Even if he's not, even if we can't perceive him talking or his voice speaking, he's still there. He's still moving. He's still directing us, right? So what areas are we equating God's silence with his absence, right? Because his word says he'll never leave or forsake us, right? And that's facts. That's the truth, okay? So we can believe that. We can trust in that. What are we overlooking that we like, God, like, so you just gonna leave me on red like that? Like, these are critical decisions. I don't know about y'all, but I'm in a season of like, I'm making some critical decisions that I'm not trying to move ahead of God. Like, I'm that person where I'm like, look, God, I ain't moving till I hear something. Like, I'm not gonna be out here on my own. And that's just me. Like, I'm at the point where I'm not a hard-headed type daughter no more. I'm like, look, God, you tell me what to do, then I'll move. I'm not gonna try and figure this thing out myself. Like, absolutely not. I'm a hot mess. I don't be having the best judgment. Absolutely not. So I'm waiting on you, God, okay? But then I'm like, God, okay, but I've been waiting and I still ain't heard nothing. So what's tea? What's going on? Whole time he's already responded and it's hidden in plain sight. We're overlooking it, okay? So today's journal prompt is, what areas am I overlooking God's answer in? What areas am I equating his silence with his absence? So the first one, what areas am I overlooking God's answers in? Like what's hidden in plain sight, basically. What prayer requests has he already answered that's hiding in plain sight? And the second one is, what areas am I equating God's silence with his absence? Because the two aren't equal. Silence doesn't equal absence, right? God listens, God remembers, and God responds, okay? So I hope that this was encouraging for you. Until next time, don't forget to drop that wellness check down there so I can pray for you guys. Connect with me on Instagram. Don't forget to like this video so I can pop up on other people's timelines and bless their day. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, friends.